Hi, it's James Wilson Taylor here for Rock Sound, joined now by two of the lads from Boston Manor. It's Henry and Mike. How are you guys?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, very good to see you. It's exciting time, of course. The album's imminent. Congratulations. We really like it. So you've done a chat with us for the magazine already about it and some of the inspiration. So I want to follow up on that a little bit. It's called Welcome to the Neighbourhood. Very inspired by your hometown in many ways, right? Yeah. So talk to me about the exact points of your hometown you're kind of picking out in the inspiration there.
Well, it's kind of like a lot of it is just kind of things that we kind of see on a regular basis that's sort of indicative of I guess, culture at large and the wider world and all that sort of stuff. But it's like a little kind of melting pot of weirdness where we're from, and it's a very unique town. It's great, but there's some real problems and stuff, but also like aesthetically and just kind of the history of it is very unique, and it kind of went into a lot of that went into the album and the themes of it and stuff.
Would you describe it as a concept album? I suppose that it definitely feels like there's a thread through it, for sure, but it's maybe a little...
Yeah, I mean, there's no like specific storyline. It's just kind of like, I know this word is overused a lot, but it's just kind of a vibe that is persistent. It's thematic. Yeah, it's persistent throughout the album. So I guess not really a concept album, but maybe loosely. I don't know.
It is interesting because it does feel like very, very personal, of course, as well. And you've said as well, it's kind of a message to the youth in a way, but without preaching about it, which I really like. I really like how you worded that. It's like it is a message and a kind of call times for the youth, but we don't want to be ramming anything down your throats. What particular issues affecting kind of young people were kind of in your brain when you were writing this stuff?
I think it's more... It's kind of written at my generation rather than... Well, I don't know. It's just a lot of the kind of complacency that you see a lot, and the sort of... Sorry, it's early in the morning.
That's all right. No, I think that's an interesting thing. It's written at the youth rather than for the youth. That's
I don't know. It's both. It's literally both. Like, it's very easy for you. I think in the interview I was saying it's very easy to kind of just sit there and be like, we need to make a change, man. And it's not like a fucking Green Day record or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's meant to just be kind of calling. I'm no social, political, cultural expert. It's just me calling things as I see them, and I just see a lot of complacency, a lot of laziness, but a lot of like boredom and depression, and people are just very unhappy despite there's so much. We have everything at our disposal, but we're just all a bit like sad.
No, you're right. No, it's interesting. I do think it does ring very, very true, and I guess that's where you get into more personal areas as well, and that's why it kind of feels quite authentic. I think was it kind of difficult to tap into those kind of, because it does feel more personal lyrically than your previous stuff. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, it's not strictly about me, but I think I was a bit more invested in it lyrically than the last record, even though the last one was a bit more, I guess, introspective. But yeah, I think because we kind of like, when we kind of wrote the first couple of tracks that ended up making the record, we kind of realised that sonically, but also thematically and lyrically, we were like kind of tapping into a bit of a vein of, because it's stuff that we all kind of talk about. It's not just me. I just happened to write the lyrics, but and we kind of realised that we were on something really. So it became fairly consistent, and from there we were able to kind of like map it out as an album as a whole kind of thing lyrically, and it kind of just sort of fell like dominoes really.
Yeah. I mean, musically as well. Of course, the single, you know, you look at Halo, that's a really, really catchy single. Of course it is, but it is dealing with, all throughout the album, much darker sounds, much kind of darker territory. So who were the direct musical inspirations for this kind of sound on this one?
Oh, definitely, like, well, to be honest, like, we've all been listening to, like, a lot of different stuff throughout the career anyway, but, like, yeah, like, a lot of, like, stuff like Nine Inch Nails, Radiohead, a lot of hardcore, Deftones, and, like, even for me personally, like, Block Party and Placebo, some indie stuff too, and then some hip-hop as well, and a lot of, like, old rap artists and stuff.
Yeah, the kind of production of some mainly production of old R&B and hip hop and stuff, but yeah, I'd say definitely like a lot of, we got really into like the industrial kind of sound of like in Nine Inch Nails and Ministry and Skinny Puppy, stuff like that. So yeah, that was kind of, obviously it doesn't sound like a Skinny Puppy album, but there's the elements of it that we were like, well, I wonder how we can take that and put that into our music. And yeah, we kind of just would trying everything on this album, which was really fun.
It was interesting you say that as well, because like Nine Inch Nails, I guess, is an obvious touch point in there, but things like hip hop, like you say, some of that production style, particularly on the title track, actually, that's got a really, really interesting. So what hip hop wise were you actually listening to in terms of the picking up little production details here and there?
It's tough because like in terms, there's a lot of like just producers like alternative hip hop producers like Shlomo and stuff that just produce beats that like we like. But in terms of like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head now. In terms of like the actual, I sometimes find I was listening to like the way that I guess whether they're a rapper or a singer, how they kind of get their point across and how their kind of flows work. And because we kind of slowed the tempo down on particularly that track, and a lot of the album is a bit slower than our last album, I was looking at how to kind of keep the energy of the song up with the rhythm of the vocals without kind of compromising melody and lyrical content, and that's what I think rap does very well, you know. Dude, there's
Kanye West for me as well, like musically, like a lot of interesting stuff going on there.
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah,
particularly his newer stuff actually, like definitely picking up little production elements in there.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice to hear. Works really well, it's good. Moving forward then, how do you see this kind of develop in the future? I know it's really early to talk about this stuff because the album's not out yet, but it is interesting to see how the development has changed between this and your last album. Do you feel like you want to push into more darker territory moving forward? Do you want to try different things?
When we were already writing, like we never stopped really, so we already kind of know. Well, we have some ideas of where we want to go. Like, definitely want to explore the heavy side of things a bit more, and it's that age-old thing where in it you ask a band like, "What's the next album going to be like?" And they're like, "The heavy bits are going to be heavier, and the catchy bits are going to be catchier." But like, literally,
bigger and better.
Yeah,
bigger and better
exactly.
Yeah.
But we definitely want to explore that hip-hop territory a lot more than we have done, because we were kind of dipping our toes in it with this album, particularly like instrumentally. But I think we definitely want to explore that more. We've learned a lot on this album about like synths, how to like use synths, build synths, that kind of stuff. So we're definitely going to implement more of that electronic sort of, for lack of a better term, industrial sound. And yeah, I guess like we just are really into learning how to write good songs and structure and melody and stuff. So I think the next album we're definitely going to be even more I'd like to say we're going to be even more adventurous. So, but I think we definitely feel like we've sort of. I hate when a band's like, we found our sound, especially like album 2. You're like, come on, dude, you relax. But no, I think we definitely like found we're happy with the place that we're at right now, and I think we're going to start to sort of build off of that. I'm hoping.
Yeah, it'd be nice to make like a more refined version of Welcome to the Neighbourhood, but also make it fresh and different and interesting as well.
Yeah, it's
like,
exciting.
We don't want to release the same album twice. It's always nice to keep it fresh, just for our own sake. And our own sanity more than anything.
Yeah, no, of course. It's exciting to see what you guys do next, because it has been such a build, like I say. And the last thing I did want to ask you a lot about is the live shows, because again, it's a very, I almost want to say theatrical. It's got theatrical elements in it, this album, and it has got sort of similar themes and concept kind of running through it. So how do you see that kind of vibe playing into the live shows?
Well, a big thing on this album was like the aesthetic of it, like in terms of, like we had a big hand in the album. Well, we designed the album cover. Like our good friend Josh Hallin took the photo, but we designed it, and we designed all our merch. Like I directed our most recent music video, and we're doing some other videos and stuff. So collectively, we're very like strong on the creative side with regard to the look of the record. It's quite important that it kind of weaves in and out of the theme and stuff. So we're trying to carry that over into the live show in terms of like the production and the way that we're going to kind of let the album, the set like ebb and flow. But also like it's like our whole thing has just been like energy for like all our live show in the past few years, and we're kind of, I'd go as far to say as we're known for that now. And like I was saying before, with it being some of the songs being a little more mid-tempo, a large part of us figuring out this new set was like, well, how do we keep, because it's a heavier album than the last one, but how do we keep that energy going in the live set? And we've kind of figured it out, and it just sounds fucking heavy as fuck, and it's going to be fun to just be able to just let loose with that live. Am I allowed to swear? I didn't even.
Yeah, you're allowed to swear. Come on, it's fine. It's the internet. Yeah, it may be early in the morning, but you're still allowed to swear. It's absolutely fine. Well, guys, we're really excited to see you guys playing these songs live. The album is Welcome to the Neighbourhood. It's great. Go and get it, please. We'll see you again soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. Cheers.